Today we're talking about SMCI, and I'm also going to be discussing Tesla near the second half of this video. The first thing, SMCI, this is kind of a pretty interesting little subject that we're going to have to kind of unveil here, right? When you look at what's happening with SMCI, okay, it's very important that you understand where you're at as a company and what's really going on. So tomorrow you're supposed to be getting an update on the overall financial situation of the company, okay? Now, if you don't know, if you have no idea what's happened with them and what's gone on overall, they basically had this year where they announced crazy growth. Their sales numbers were going berserk. I mean, you literally went from, you go back here from November of 2023, 1.8 billion. You get up, into 2024, you're at 2 billion, you're on 2 billion again. And then you jump up basically and you beat and you grow double in almost 100% growth in 1 quarter, right? As far as revenue is concerned. And it gives you this path of, is this the next NVIDIA type company, right? Because everyone was looking for the next NVIDIA. What's the next NVIDIA, right? This thing went bananas. They split, they dumped, the end, right? That's kind of the story. Now, if you also don't know, what really led to the demise of SMCI was a few short reports, and then they also postponed their 10K report like 5 times. And then the next thing was kind of like, the nail in the coffin. It was delisted from the Nasdaq. I mean, that was a double whammy. So and then on top of their 10K being delayed, the finance team that was an outside team that was managing all their finances just bailed because they basically said there was a large reason to expect fraud from the company as far as sales. This led to the company just getting whacked, as you can see. Now, tomorrow, what's interesting is you're supposed to be getting a business update on the company. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to lie. You get regulatory disclosures on the 25th. Now, personally, I don't think that they're going to come out and they're going to tell you everything that you need to know. Okay? I don't see that reality happening here. I don't see them fixing everything. It doesn't seem possible. They would have released the 10K. They would have released some of their earnings. They haven't done any of that. So right now you're seeing this pop. If by some miracle SMCI comes out and they release data providing that, that company was wrong, they have their evidence to prove it, it could become a real buy. But as of right now, guys, this thing is a steer. This is a steer clear for me. Run away, run for the hills. Not interested as of right now. Okay. I'll have an update for you when that time comes, but I don't see this happening. You're getting a lot of hype going into this. You're up, I believe, in the past, I want to say week. The stock is up 60%. 5 days, you're up 58%. Past month, 31%. Okay, year to date, I think you're 40%, right? From start of the year. Pretty incredible. But what I'll say is be very careful. This is one of those names where I think a lot could go wrong. Now, the next name is Tesla and what's going on here as a stock, because you are tumbling. Now, what's really changed with Tesla from November to where you go crazy to the upside? We go look at Tesla as a stock here, and Tesla was beautiful, right? It was great break to the upside. You ran from 350, 360 all the way into 480. Fantastic. If you go look at the daily chart, if you would have asked me last year, did I think Tesla would break all-time highs in the year? I probably would have said no. You did. You broke 2021 highs right there around 413. You ran into 480, 500. Incredible. Now, the big factor of what got you going on Tesla, November 6th, we all remember, November 6th to November 8th, was the Trump election. That's it. Him getting elected was the defining factor for Tesla. It sent them crazy. Because even though some of us didn't expect Elon to be working directly in the White House, but he is literally in there. And that was kind of what was told us, that he was going to be directly tied with the presidency, and he is directly involved right now. So when you're looking at this, Tesla has an insider that's lobbying for free, essentially, a friend of the president, and they are the best EV out there. Now, I do believe when you look at Tesla about their PE ratio being insane, being overvalued, whatever it may be, I don't think you value Tesla as a EV company. And if you do value them as a car company, then you don't want to own the stock. The other part of that is, do you value them as an AI, the humanoid aspect of what they're going to do there, self-driving, licensing that out? If you value it from that end of it, I think you have something that you want to own long-term. That makes a lot of sense. I believe in March, they're supposed to be going full launch on the autonomous FSD in Austin, Texas, right? No driver assistance whatsoever. That'll be their first really full launch here in America, I believe. That's a big step. They will have the most dominant product in that sector as well. Okay. So when you look at that, that's interesting. However, when you look at what gets them weak and what gets you selling off like this is a daily chart, by the way. You had bad sales numbers in the EU on the past quarter. Not surprising. If interest rates are high and markets are coming out of a recession, it's not a great time to be buying a car. Common sense, not a crazy thing to rationalize in your head. And no one really expected their sales numbers to be incredible. So I don't think car sales are what got you this high. And I also don't think car sales are going to be what takes you down to the trenches. So that's really important to be able to identify and to rationalize and think about. If you value them for what it is, I think you have to kind of be buying with what's happening with the presidency and Elon being directly tied to them. Same time, from a technical viewpoint, I will tell you right now, if you break below 310, you will test most likely 270 in a hurry. Your 200 daily moving average is like right here. I already know it is. Okay. This range here, back below 350 to 310, is going to be choppy. It's not going to be easy to break through. I'll be watching it. If you get back above 363, 365, in my opinion, that's a great bounce. It would be great from the technical viewpoint. That's what I'd be watching right now. I wouldn't be overcomplicating it. I wouldn't be doing nothing crazy. That is what I'd be watching. Now, again, I don't think there's going to be groundbreaking news anytime soon from the presidency, from Elon, to get this thing going straight up. I just don't. The humanoid product, robo-taxis, none of that is right there right now. So I think if you're expecting a immediate short-term move, it doesn't make logical sense. Is it a good stock to day trade? Yeah. Am I going crazy on it right now? Am I thinking it's a full-time buy? Not really. Be patient. There's no reason to get over-aggressive on a name like Tesla, in my opinion. There's just no reason. And the other part of this is you have Tesla going straight. I mean, for the most part, since December 18th, going down, making lower highs, which is inherent of a bearish trend developing here at the very least. And then you have QQQ right here, right? I mean, Qs are roughly $10 away from all-time highs. The Nasdaq tech is heavily bullish, and you're moving opposite to the market right now. So again, not a stock that's following the strength of the market, not a stock that I'd want to be going YOLO all in on, right? I think there's a lot better plays out there right now and a lot better of opportunities. Now, again, do I think Tesla, if it dips down, there's some big opportunity? I do, and I'll be covering that. But until then, I don't think right now this is the part to where you're just slapping the buy. Now, again, if you're a long-term buyer, I think averaging in is the best thing to do, and to be having a set amount to buy whenever your buy plan happens, whether it's every week, every other week, whatever it may be. But again, if you're looking to trade this on the option side of things, I just don't think that that's the time right now. Personal opinion. I'd be careful, say the very least. Today's video and what I'm talking about here with SMCI and Tesla is a warning to not get over aggressive. Now, I could totally be wrong on SMCI. They could report great numbers. They could fix everything overnight. Anything is possible. I think it's unlikely that it happens. We'll have to wait and see. If you have questions, comment down below. Follow for more content.